Welcome back, kids. This is Sarcasm Speaks. I'm Jared. He's Bob. Right out of the gate, I think this is really funny. I think this was the last. It was definitely the last episode we did. We talked about me going to Joe Rogan and how I had to potentially, allegedly doctor a false, not a false. I guess it would I don't know, whatever. I needed to show a negative test, but I may or may not have photoshopped it, right, to get in. Well, Evander Kane, who is a forward is he still on the Sharks?
That'd be my guess.
Yeah. Well, for the sake of this story, he's still on the Sharks.
Yeah, I don't want facts ruin the story.
Yeah, he's a forward in the NHL for the San Jose Sharks. Has had some struggles in the last, year or two. He's been up and down. I think he involved in a domestic, or he went through and he was one of the guys that lost all of his money.
Dude, I think he had a domestic thing, and I think he lost all his money. Evander Kane is a fucking mess. Like, his wife aired him out.
Yeah. Did he also have gambling issues too?
Like gambling on the games.
Yeah, that's what I thought. He was betting on. He was pulling a Pete Rose.
That was also his wife.
Yeah. So, like I said, Evander Kane, it's been a tough couple of years for him. Well, he's now suspended by the NHL because he tried to pass off a fake vaccine card. So literally in the last episode, we talked about this. You sat right there and you said, it's really not that difficult. You print it out, you take a picture of it, you do whatever. Now, I would imagine that the NHL probably wouldn't accept a picture. They probably want they want the real copy probably to photocopy it, or hell, who knows? There's hundreds of guys in the league. Maybe they will just accept a picture via email. I have no idea what their submission things are here. But either way, he tried to pass in a fake vaccine card, got caught, and now he's suspended by the league. So I look at that and I immediately say, that's like an IQ test to me. If you're going to get caught with a fake vaccine card, that says a lot more about your IQ than it does anything else. I would say it's like a drug test in football. Like, you know what's coming. You also make plenty of money. You can pay someone for a legit fake. You know what I mean? Like, I just imagine it's something like really shitty.
Street IDs.
Yeah.
Everyone knows they're fake.
Yeah.
Just get the real fucking thing.
Yeah. Or, dude, you're a professional hockey player. Just get tested. You know what I mean? Like, isn't that part of the thing? Yeah.
Definitely could have brought, dude, you could definitely, as a professional athlete, you could definitely fucking bribe someone.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, man, like that, you want to talk about just dumb. Just flat out dumb. You got caught trying to give the NHL a fake vaccine card. I think he's suspended for a month.
Yeah, you got 21 games, I think.
Yeah.
That's more than a month.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's like 2 months. They play, I think teams play, anywhere between 12 and 15 games in a month. So that's almost 2 months. That's crazy.
Want to know his rap sheet?
Yes.
July 1st, 2016. Sued by a 21-year-old woman who accused him of assaulting her in the hotel room. And I don't think it was sexual assault. I think it was literally assault. Like, he beat her up.
Yeah.
Now, one probably leads to the other, but whatever.
So we're starting on a high note here.
Yeah.
Things can only get better, right?
So let's just show that we have one lawsuit of hitting a woman.
Yes, in 2016.
On August 1st, 2016. This is 1 month later. Kane pleaded not guilty to 1 count of criminal trespassing and 4 counts of non-criminal harassment after confrontations with 4 separate people at a downtown Buffalo bar.
Awesome.
Now, there could be some carryover here because no, it's separate. So we're up to 5.
Yep. Okay. Awesome.
It goes on, whatever. That's 2016. That's in like a 1 month span.
When I hear harassment and trespassing, I think he was at a bar. People were calling him out saying you suck, and he followed one of them home.
Yep. Or like wanted to go home with them. They said no, and he wouldn't take no.
Yeah.
Whatever. So he's good for 3 years. Until the Cosmopolitan Casino in Vegas sues him.
Imagine getting sued by a casino.
Because he owes them $500,000.
Jesus. I mean, he signed a mega deal when he went to San Jose, but still.
Yep. January 11th, 2021. So we're 2 years later again. Filed Chapter 7 bankruptcy after amassing $26.8 million of debt.
Jesus.
In July of 2021, that is when his wife said that, or suggested that he was betting on games. To which Kane admitted he has a gambling addiction and says he owes $1.5 million in gambling debt. So he has $26.8 million in debt, and only 1.6 of it, or 1.5 of it, is gambling.
Allegedly.
That's pretty good. You are fucking spending some money in the wrong fucking places.
Yeah, seriously.
NHL found that he did not bet on games. Those were not true.
Okay.
But he is in a divorce situation with his wife, who accused Kane of sexual assault, multiple instances of domestic battery. Abused her, allegedly abused their kid. So restraining order. But those claims could not be substantiated. So he's off on beating his wife and his kid. That did not happen. Yeah. Just the same way that he wasn't gambling on the games like she said. Yeah. So she's a fucking liar. But right. Goes to show you he picked her. Nice job, man. So,
yeah. Yeah, exactly. So faking a vaccine card seems very out of character for him. Also, to be fair,
the NHL. So I just gave you the rundown on this guy.
Yeah.
Real fucking piece of shit. And the NHL they don't say much, except that he didn't beat his wife and his kid. They don't say much. He doesn't really get suspended, hush, hush, whatever. But the vaccine card, inappropriate behavior, potentially jeopardizing the health and safety of his teammates. Way to go, NHL.
Yeah.
You care more about a fake vaccine card than you do about a guy who is potentially sexually and non-sexually assaulted.
Yes.
Now there's no
and a child.
Well, the child that's been thrown out. He didn't actually do that.
So the tough thing about that is though that's really hard to prove. You know what I mean? Like in a court of law, it pretty much comes down to hearsay unless like there's clear evidence. You know what I mean? So he could have been abusing them and like hitting his wife and his kid But if it didn't happen recently and he didn't do it bad enough to like break bones, like there's no evidence. Like there's no bruises. There's, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
so him being found not guilty doesn't mean that he didn't do it. It just means that at the time of the case, there was no clear evidence of abuse.
So there's no evidence that he beat his wife or his kid.
Right.
But the NHL says that he's jeopardizing the health and safety of his teammates. Yeah, but like that's what they're more concerned about. That's what's jeopardizing health and safety.
Yeah, well, obviously, it's important. You can't pass a fake vaccine card. You could kill someone's grandma.
That's true, but the women he's beaten, fuck him.
Yeah. Well, he hasn't beaten any grandmas, so it's okay. We have to think about the grandmas here, right? That's what's really important.
I think so. I don't even know anymore, man. I don't even know.
Yeah. It's like we're saying too with the abuse thing. Like, say he never did it. Like, so if he beat his kid bad enough to like say break his arm, like you could do that. You could get an X-ray, right, and then bring the X-ray to court and say, look, this was a result of that, because that's clear-cut evidence. But if there's no X-ray and there's no bruises, there's no nothing, it's literally like, yeah, he beats me. Okay, well, we can't prove it. So
yeah. But he's jeopardizing the health and safety of his teammates with a fake vaccine card.
Yeah. Yeah.
All of which should be probably vaccinated, I would assume, if this is such a big deal.
Yeah. Let alone, so this is where I will actually mark this down. Ooh-wee. I will actually give the NFL a small half ounce of credit, because typically in the NFL, though it seems to be somewhat a little bit rampant, when there's a guy that is involved in some sort of like domestic thing, they usually don't kick him out of the league, but they typically do a good job at like handling it in the moment, whether it's the team implements something or the team just cuts him, right? So in the case of Kareem Hunt, so like now the NFL league as a whole, they don't really give a fuck, but I will like the individual teams. So I'll use Kareem Hunt as an example, right? He's involved in a case of assault, right? Kansas City Chiefs cut him immediately, just cut him. Well, shortly thereafter, the Cleveland Browns signed him. So, I mean, say what you want, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like typically teams in the NFL, like if Evander Kane was going to court for some sort of domestic abuse, assault, whatever, woman, child, it wouldn't be a stretch to say if that was the NFL, the San Jose Sharks would have just cut him. Now, I know it's a little different too, because contracts aren't guaranteed in the NFL. They are in the NHL. I know it, but there's got to be clauses in there that say like conduct detrimental to whatever. There's got to be shit in there to cover them on that. But still, here we are with the NHL, someone that has been involved numerous times with the law. And the first time he gets suspended from the league is because he tried to pass off a fake vaccine card. Yeah. So is that 7 counts, right? Or 7 instances of abuse or assault or misconduct over the last 6 years?
Somewhere between 4 and, well, I guess counts, I don't know. People.
Yeah.
Somewhere between 4 and 6.
Yeah. But fake vaccine card, no can do, pal.
That's what they draw the line, 21 games.
Yeah, 21 games.
It's such a long penalty.
In an 82-game season. That's a quarter of the season. That's like 25% of the year.
Yep.
That's wild.
What a fucking idiot.
That's the equivalent of what? A 6-game suspension in the NFL? 5?
Oh,
5, 6?
4. Because it used to be a 16-game season.
Yeah.
4,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
4 and a quarter.
Yeah. It's just like college. Guys, when the guys get kicked out for targeting in the second half of a game, they get thrown out and then they can't play in the first quarter of the next game. That's such a stupid rule.
That's a bad one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fact that you if you get a penalty as time expires going into halftime, you miss the second half of the game, and that's it.
That's it.
But if you got it 1 second into the third quarter, you miss the rest of that game and the next game. Doesn't make any sense.
No, 0 cents.
Targeting is the fucking worst.
Yeah. It's also a dumb rule, but whatever.
The rule's fine. The penalty doesn't make fucking sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we get some sad news, I guess. I mean, I don't know the guy personally, but it's still kind of sad. Colin Powell died today. Former Secretary of Defense under George Bush, the junior. I believe that's W.
I believe he got drafted to the Whites in the racial draft.
Yeah, yeah, he did. He did. So he died today. Unfortunately, none of us had him on the death pool. But
another missed opportunity.
A missed opportunity there. He was 84 years old, and it said he died from complications of COVID. So this is going to be really interesting. I'm interested. I mean, I'm not going to watch the news because I don't watch the news, but the little bit that I get from podcasts and like breaking points and stuff like that, which I guess they are kind of the news. But I listen to them on podcasts. Like I don't watch anything. He was fully vaccinated. So he's 84 years old. So he's in the high risk category. I would say he was not in the greatest shape, partially because he's 84. And I mean, how many 84-year-olds are like, watching what they eat and exercising regularly? Like not a lot.
Nope, not many.
No, not a lot. Which is funny too, on a tangent here, is that stuff becomes more important as you get older, and it literally like goes in reverse. Like people that are young, like exercise and eat well, and like it kind of really doesn't matter that much. Like it matters, but on a scale here, it doesn't matter that much when you're younger. And then as you get older, like that shit actually matters, and that's when people stop caring. So it's like an inverse axis of like when it matters and what you do. But either way, so he was old. I think it's fair to say he's probably overweight. He looks like a big guy. I've obviously never met him in person, but in pictures, he seems like a bigger guy, a little stocky. So, I mean, there's 2 comorbidities right off the bat, but he was fully vaccinated. So herein lies the rub. How is the media going to take this? Are they going to even just ignore it? Which I think they're most likely to just ignore it, and not bring up the fact that he was fully vaccinated. I think this could be an opportunity, though, for them to use this to springboard more fear, right? Because that's what they care about. Media wants fear because they want control. So if they start being like, see, even if you're fully vaccinated, see, you gotta be scared. You gotta go get your booster. We can't do anything until everyone's vaccinated. And even if you're fully vaccinated, you're still not protected. Like, I think there's a very real possibility that could be the angle that some people take. But I think most likely, yeah, but I think most likely the media will probably just ignore it.
They won't go too hard that way because it gives people the opportunity to reject it. And it's like, because the way the argument goes is, oh, well, I don't know. I mean, the vaccine, like, you can still get it. Oh, yeah, but like, it won't kill you if you get the vaccine. Well, what happened to Colin Powell? Well, I mean, like, he was old and comorbidities and whatever. It's like, but he had it. It's like, yeah, well, I mean, it can still happen. So why should everyone have to? Oh, well, everyone has to get it.
Yeah.
And it's like, they're going to talk themselves into circles.
Well, because you have to protect other people. And it comes into that. It goes, well, you have to protect other people. Well, aren't you protected? Well, yeah, but you have to be protected too. Well, why do I have to be protected if you're already protected? Well, then everyone's protected. But then we're not, right? Because we can still get it even though you are. Well, yeah, you know what I mean? And like you said, it just turns into that circle argument.
Just talking in circles.
Yeah. It's not you can't have a coherent fucking conversation with these people.
No, you can't have a coherent conversation with anybody.
No, that's true. that much is true. So I don't know. Like I said, it's unfortunate. I think he was a relatively good guy. I mean, I was too young to know a whole lot about his politics when he was around. He was the Secretary of Defense from 2000 to 2004. I don't know if he was in Bush's second term. I couldn't tell you. That's what I mean. Like, I don't know.
I know he was on the TV a lot. I remember that.
Yeah. Well, that's because we went to war. I remember being a kid. I remember being a kid, always seeing Colin Powell on TV and thinking because he was always on TV that he was like the third in line for the presidency. Like I honestly thought it went president, vice president, secretary of defense. Come to find out as I got older and I actually looked into it, secretary of defense is like sixth on the list.
Right above the postmaster general.
Yeah. Just above the postmaster general. I think it goes president, vice president, speaker of the House, and the pro tempore of the Senate, secretary of the state is in there somewhere, and then secretary of defense. Like the SecDef is like fifth or sixth on the list. But yeah, like you were right. He was always on TV, and because of that, being a kid. Oh yeah,
we're always on TV.
Yeah, Rumsfeld was that Bush's second term?
No, I think he was the first term, but I think he was Homeland.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Gates, Robert Gates was one. He might have been Obama's guy. I don't know. I don't know. I never really followed.
Donald Rumsfeld died this year. Did we know that?
Oh shit! Did he really?
Yeah. Well, I have all his office. What about his life? When did his life term end?
Oh shit. June 29th. Whoa, he was the Secretary of Defense twice. He was the well, get ready for this. If you don't think there's a fucking problem with American politics, you ready for this statistic? Donald Rumsfeld was the Secretary of Defense in 1975 to 1977 under President Gerald Ford. Then again in 2001 to 2006 under George W. Bush.
36 years later. No, 26.
36 years later, this guy goes back into the same position. That is more than my lifetime. I am not anywhere near 36 years old. And that is how long in between. This guy.
Dude, I don't know, but so he was Secretary of State, Colin Powell.
Oh, okay.
Well, so that's two cabinet members that are now dead.
Under Bush.
Perhaps in the 20th anniversary of September 11th, something happens. I think it's an inside job.
It's a conspiracy.
I think so. You should duck go. What's going on?
There's nothing. There's nothing in here. You know, on Wikipedia, like they usually have a tab that says death. Oh, he died from multiple myeloma in New Mexico. I don't know. It's some kind of cancer. I don't know what that is, but myeloma. That sounds like it sucks. It's cancer of the white blood cells. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome, actually.
Yeah, let me see. Do you know? I don't know this off the top of my head. Do you know who was drafted number 1 overall in 1975? Is that asking too much?
For what, the NFL?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Steve Bartkowski. So when Rumsfeld was first the Secretary of Defense, Steve Bartkowski was drafted number 1 overall. That was the year Walter Payton was drafted, fourth overall. And then in 2001, it was, God, I don't even know who it was in 2001.
Vic.
Michael Vick. That's right.
I can do that.
Imagine that. He took us from Steve Bartkowski all the way to Michael Vick. Walter Payton to Vick.
Yeah. I'm pretty
That's
sure
wild.
Walter Payton was dead for a long time before Vic even
Yeah. That's crazy. Man. Let's see what else we got going on in the world here.
I got a problem.
Oh yeah. Why don't you?
Can we send Jackson Mahomes to Siberia yet?
I am 100% for this. I'm actually more in favor of launching him into the sun.
I'd rather have him suffer. There's no suffering being launched into the sun. You just burn and die.
Well, I mean, you would suffocate in space long before you reach the sun.
That's a short suffering.
It's a far fucking distance.
I think he should have to do work.
Yeah.
Like a Russian gulag, like a labor camp. No, actually, no, what? Not Siberia, because you can't actually do anything in Siberia. I want him to have to work on like an 1860s style plantation.
I want him to have to go dig diamonds in Africa. Like, I want him to be fucking fighting Leo DiCaprio in Blood Diamond.
Like, fuck Jackson Mahomes.
Like, whatever the worst fucking job in the world. No, actually, you know what it is? It's what Francis Ngannou used to do. He used to work in a sand mine in Cameroon. So I want Jackson Mahomes to have to go mine sand in Cameroon.
As if there's not enough of it.
Yeah. Yep. We got a mine for sand.
Yeah. So send him. He can go mine for sand. I'm good with that. Because fuck him. First of all, it's your brother that's good at football.
Right.
Not you.
Not only that, he literally does nothing. He doesn't even play sports.
He does nothing.
It's not like
your father played baseball. You should be good at something.
Yeah. People forget that Pat Mahomes used to play baseball too. But like,
do you think Pat Mahomes Sr. just sits there and just like pummels fucking Jackson with fucking baseballs when he was a kid? Or just like left him at home? Like,
yeah, he probably got left at home.
Like, how do you have Pat Mahomes and Jackson Mahomes?
Yeah, no, Pat was definitely the favorite child, and Jackson got left at home alone all the time at like the age of 7.
Yeah, because he is the fucking worst.
He is.
And yesterday,
it's not like Trayvon and Stephon Diggs or like literally any other like sports siblings. Like, this kid doesn't do anything.
Nothing. All he does is be an asshole.
Yes.
So yesterday, he's doing his normal thing where he's being an asshole and decides that he's going to be an asshole and do one of his fucking TikToks on Sean Taylor's number. Now, Sean Taylor was being his number retired, Ring of Honor, whatever the fuck the Washington football team has.
Yep.
They disrespected Sean Taylor to a point that I thought couldn't be outdone, because in a week where they're under fire, they decide to try to save face with retiring Sean Taylor's number. Because if there's one thing about Sean Taylor, everybody loved him.
Yes.
Everybody.
Yep.
No one has anything bad to say about Sean Taylor. He was nasty.
If he wasn't shot, he probably would have went down as the best safety in the NFL. He would have been better than Ed Reed. Like right now, if you ask me, it's probably Ed Reed. All you old timers, fuck off the Paul Krause bullshit. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care what Paul Krause did while Donald Rumsfeld was the fucking the first time he was the fucking Secretary of Defense. All right, I don't give a shit. Take Paul Krause and shove.
I only care about what happened when he was the Secretary of Defense the second time.
Yeah. Ed Reed is the greatest safety in NFL history. I don't want to hear it from anybody. But if Sean Taylor, assuming he also could have stayed healthy, and wasn't murdered, would have been better than Ed Reed, in my opinion.
Yeah, and that's like, there's one thing about Sean Taylor. Everyone misses him. Everyone would have loved to have seen him play. Like, there's nothing bad to say about Sean Taylor. So this fucking bitch face makes a stupid fucking video dancing on his number. And then, as you can predict, what would he say in the backlash? Oh, I didn't mean any disrespect, blah, 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 blah. The number is fucking chained off.
Yes.
There was a barrier around the number. They had a ceremony regarding the number. You fucking knew what you were doing. You fucking suck. Go fucking fuck yourself. And please go mine some fucking sand.
Yes.
Now, what Pat Mahomes needs to do is never fucking talk to this idiot again. People say Aaron Rodgers is a bad guy for what he does. More people need to fucking take Aaron Rodgers' lead and just like disown your family.
Yeah, so the whole reason why people, not to go down an Aaron Rodgers rabbit hole here, I actually really like Aaron Rodgers a lot. The whole reason why people don't like him is because it sounds like the reality is that his family fucking sucks. And they tried to like do some slimy shit, I think. And he just said, fuck you, I'm not doing this. And then the reason why most people think he's not good is because his brother was on The Bachelor or Bachelorette, whatever the fuck show it was, however many years ago. And obviously he's Aaron Rodgers' brother, you know? So say it comes up and they're like, oh my God, Aaron Rodgers is your brother. Like, what's that like? And then in fucking Bachelor, fucking camera cut scene, fucking all this, goes to him and he goes, I don't know. I haven't spoken to him in years. And then all the fucking headlines come out. Aaron Rodgers, piece of shit, doesn't talk to family. And no one cared to find out why. And then come to find out, like the people that actually did look into it were like, oh, his family sucks. That's why.
Yeah.
But it's just the way the world works and the way the media works is that you post one headline, everyone sees it. It doesn't matter that you post a retraction later because everyone still thinks it's the truth. You know what I mean? So now everyone's like, oh, Aaron Rodgers, he's a real piece of shit, huh? Actually, I think he's a good guy. Oh, yeah, but he doesn't talk to his family. So
yeah, well, if your family,
his family
sucks,
probably fucking sucks.
More people fucking get bogged down by their fucking family because they don't know when to fucking cut it off.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you can't do that. It's family. It's like, if your family sucks, move the fuck on.
Yeah. Well, we opened up the show talking about Evander Kane in the NFL and the NHL. How do you think Jack Johnson feels? You think Jack Johnson's a little jealous of Aaron Rodgers? For those of you that don't know, he was like a phenom defenseman in the NHL. I think he was drafted relatively high. I don't think he was like a top 2.
Third or something.
Yeah. I think he was a top 5. But signed this monster mega deal. But when he signed it, he was either 17 or 18. And he signed over like custodian or custodial rights, whatever the fuck, to his parents. So his $32 million contract got signed over to his parents, and his parents spent all of his money, and he went broke. So I think he was broke by the time he was 22. He had no money left because his parents blew it all. They bought like fucking 4 houses, a bunch of cars. So yeah, I think Aaron Rodgers probably made a good decision there.
Yep.
But Jackson Mahomes can get fucked.
Yeah, I got no use for that guy.
He sucks. So I looked it up. I wanted to find out when he was born. Turns out this kid's 21. Jackson Mahomes is 21 years old. He was born in 2000.
Yeah, I mean, still.
So what I was going to say was Sean Taylor died in 2007. The thing I was angling for was if he wasn't even born yet, like by the time that Sean Taylor died. But no, he was 7. He was 7 years old when Taylor died.
Yeah, I just got no use for this fucking guy. Like, he's on the fucking sideline. Pat Mahomes' wife is the fucking worst part
She
B.
sucks. She sucks.
And it's just like, enough of you two. Go the fuck away. Especially fucking Jackson. Like, get off the fucking sideline. Go sit in a fucking press box and piss them off up there.
You know what makes me think of all this? It really kind of makes me wonder, like, what kind of person Pat Mahomes is. You know what I mean? Like in real life, like just, in his everyday life in the real world, like, is he just a huge fucking pussy?
He could be.
Because his brother's a fucking cocksucker and his fiance is the worst. She is the worst fucking white girl ever. And he doesn't say anything about it. Like, not even like, oh, well, they're their own person. They're going to do it. Like, nothing. Like, he won't even talk about it. And he's just smart.
Like, honestly, maybe he's smart. Just shut his mouth.
Yeah. But you would think too, hey, he's worth $500 million. He just signed what? A $450 million deal. If I signed a contract for $450 million and my little brother was doing stupid shit, I would sit him the fuck down and be like, listen, dickhead, here's how it's going to go. You're going to stop making fucking TikToks and I will pay you to stop doing that because you're being a fucking idiot and you're a moron. So how about that? You know what I mean? Like, have some fucking balls. Like, why you're just going to allow like your little brother and your fucking fiance to make these insane videos on TikTok?
Oh, dude, it's family. How can you say no to them?
Yeah, yeah. God forbid you have a difficult conversation with someone.
Yeah, too controversial.
Yeah. So you heard it here first. Pat Mahomes is a cuck. And today's episode is brought to you by
yeah, I would say who's presenting that info?
Crest. 9 out of 10 dentists recommend Crest. And 10 out of 10 dentists say Pat Mahomes is a cuck.
Are those the same dentists that recommend Viceroys?
Yes, I think so. Viceroy's the preferred cigarette of dentists. Which might be making a comeback now because we can't get flavored tobacco. So might as well just start smoking gross old cigarettes.
Maybe. I don't know. Who can afford to smoke cigarettes now?
Yeah, seriously. That's like it's like a rich person's vice. It's like
But
$15
it's not
for
rich
a
people
pack.
who are smoking them.
No, I know. That's the funny thing. That's the ironic thing about it. Is it's like it's got to be close to $15 for a pack of cigarettes at this point. I mean, it was $10 what 5-6 years ago.
I don't know. That might have been exaggerated. Like I imagine it's probably close to like 10, 16 right now, a pack.
Let's find out.
Well, good luck trying to find it in Massachusetts, but
Yeah. Average. Well, this is going to be skewed because Mavericks exist. But if I look up the average price of cigarettes in Massachusetts, let's see. Average cost of a pack of cigarettes in Massachusetts, $9.43. I told you. Mavericks are dragging us down.
yeah, but I don't think Marlboros are 15 yet.
Yeah. In Alabama, the average price of a pack of cigarettes, do you want to take a guess? In Alabama?
$4.20.
Pretty close, $5.36.
Once upon a time, they used to cost that. Probably 14 years ago.
Yeah. Used to be real cheap.
People used to bitch about it when it was fucking $5.
Okay, so this is in 2021. The average cost is $9.96 in Massachusetts. So it's $10. Average is $10 a pack in Massachusetts. I don't know when that last thing was from.
Yeah.
Illinois is leading the pack at $11.50. Nope, sorry, New York. New York is $13 a pack on average. On average. So that means there's probably some packs of cigarettes that are $15 in New York.
In New York.
Yeah.
It's like casino pricing.
Yeah. That's wild. Let's see what state do you think they're the cheapest in?
Georgia.
Yeah, I would say I'm gonna go either Tennessee or Georgia. Let's see.
Mississippi.
Georgia seems to be the winner. The average cost of a pack of cigarettes in 2021 is $5.39. You were correct.
Wasn't Alabama less than that?
That's a different website. I don't know what year that was from.
Oh.
But this is 2021 prices. Georgia's $5.39. Kentucky, very close at $5.40. 1 penny more. What else did I say? Tennessee. Where's Tennessee? Oh shit, I won. $5.30 in Tennessee. That's awesome. North Dakota is $5.33. I win. Show him what he wins. A pack of Marlboros.
Hey, congratulations on your win.
Yeah. Oh, nope, I didn't. Sorry. I found it. There's actually the list in order. The way these are here, if you see on YouTube.
You're very bad at fucking telling
you have to look at lines. You have to like find the shortest line on this fucking website. But there's a list further down. The number one lowest state is Missouri, $5.25. If I had looked at the map, every state is numbered. You can't see it really that well, but Missouri is number 1. Tennessee is number 2. So Missouri, that's where you got to go. The Ozarks.
Everyone go get you cigarettes in fucking Missouri.
That actually makes a lot of sense because that's where the Ozarks are. After watching that show, I can totally see why cigarettes are so cheap.
Well, especially down south, it's all right there.
Yeah, I mean, that's the tobacco comes from. That's why I said Tennessee. I figured most of the tobacco came from either Tennessee or North Carolina. Like, was that Western North Carolina?
Almost in the Tobacco Road region.
Yeah. Weird.
Must be coincidence that they're called that.
Yeah. All right. I got this thing. This came up. I was thinking the other day. I got a potential problem here. So I'm listening to one of my podcasts, and they're talking and they're going all this stuff. And I get a thought, like a random thought that pops into my head. So my thought was something like this. We got a lot of problems, right, in the country right now. And a lot of people complaining, a lot of people saying, there's bad stuff going on. Well, trying to figure out, like, what is the stem of all of this? So let me just propose a theory. I think it's mostly driven by women, white women in particular. So I found this earlier. I think it was from Forbes. Women make up 85% of consumer spending in this country. So women hold a lot of power and influence when it comes to marketing, consumerism, right? They're the ones that spend the money. Like 85% of consumer spending is done by women. There was this whole statistic. There was like this breakdown. It was like 65% of new cars are purchased by women. 82% of all new homes are purchased by women. Like, it broke down this whole thing. And so I'm like, oh, okay. And then I think a little bit more and I go, who are the people that are most likely to stir up problems when it comes to, I don't know, Black Lives Matter, telling people that they're racist, telling people to use the correct pronouns. I don't know, all of this shit that's going on in the world in particular. Want to take a guess?
The men of Alabama.
Yes. Yep. You nailed it. Most likely white women in their 20s, right? They're the ones that are like, oh yeah, no, there's so much racism. We've talked about this a million times. We can't possibly expect a black man in his 40s to be able to afford an ID to vote. So we can't allow there to be mandates on IDs to vote. Oh no, we have to protect all of these people, right? Oh no, you're a fucking idiot. We've done that whole spiel. So I think the problem lies with white women. All of our problems can be traced there. They have all the power, right? And I think I don't know if they realize it or not, but there's something there, right? Something weird. Something weird going on.
I don't know, because there's a lot of guys that are fucking pussies too. It's white people ruin everything, obviously.
Well, yeah, I mean, white people are the worst kind of people.
And some of these guys are just fucking brutal. They are really fucking bad.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than a male feminist that proclaims him a self-proclaimed male feminist. Like, all right, buddy, we get it. You can't get laid. This isn't going to help you.
Well, because it's funny too, because it's like, obviously, like, the people that you're talking about would never come to my gym, but the women at my gym live in the real world. It's like, right. The guys don't. I don't know how the fuck that works out. But if you think of like the Easton Moms page, like, that's where most of the fucking issues that arise in the town of Easton stem from.
Yeah.
It's the Easton Moms page. Well, Easton Moms rules out all males. And I'm about 90%
Bigot.
sure.
You're an anti-trans.
Any
Men
people
can
of
have
color,
men can be
in,
pregnant too.
any people of color in Easton probably have better shit to do.
Yes.
Like not be on an Easton Moms page of Facebook.
Yes.
Probably because they don't want to be lumped in with the idiots. So, as discussed at the gym today, Easton Moms is the root of all evil. So let's define it a little bit more, because I think just saying women is lazy and then white women doesn't really paint the whole picture. White women on Facebook.
There it is. White women on Facebook. That is the stem of all of our issues.
I think so, because that's where you get your fake doctors.
Yeah. See, good. I'm glad we parsed this out here. I'm glad.
Yeah, because I was gonna say I didn't like it's so like yeah, okay.
I also formulated this whole thought. I had a whole bit for it in my head in the car like 3 days ago, and
it just didn't fucking flow.
And I didn't write it down.
Yeah, it's like saying like white people is probably right, but not completely. Saying women doesn't really do it either. But I think white women on Facebook really fucking kind of starts to narrow things in.
Yeah.
Or even like white women active on Facebook.
Yeah, I think
if you're active on Facebook, holy shit, dude. What the fuck happened?
Yeah. Who hurt you?
Like what who did this to you?
Yeah. White women that are active on Facebook, they're the worst. So the solution to the problem is we need more men, right?
No, we need fucking more people to actually successfully hack Facebook this time.
Yeah. We need to shut down Facebook. We need white women to actually be busy doing something else.
No, see, you're not.
Yeah. We need more guys. We got to get rid of the women. We need to cleanse the country of white women that actively use Facebook. I hear you loud and clear. We need to cleanse. We need to cleanse the population.
And the Third Reich will reign for 1,000,000 years.
Yes. Yep. And today's episode, this segment is brought to you by Gorilla Glue.
J-Date.
Everything can be sent directly to Gorilla Glue. Go to their website, gorillaglue.com, use the contact us button, and you send all of your gripes about Sarcasm Speaks to Gorilla Glue. Thank you very much.
I'd like to see Facebook blown off the planet.
As would I. Just nuke it.
Really close.
Nuke it.
Like, I got like kind of excited for a little bit too. Because not only like if Facebook disappeared that day, so not only do you have the people who are active on Facebook, now they don't know what to do. And like you can't be active on Facebook the way you can you can't be active on Instagram or Twitter the way you can be active on Facebook. Because imagine if you put that shit on Twitter, like the shit that people put up on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
And then people would just sit there and fucking kill you for it. Like,
well, let alone like you can't. You'd have to make it like 4 tweets.
Oh, true. But even just like the dumb shit you see there, it's like, they like someone puts up a picture of the house they just bought and then just goes like on Twitter, someone in the comments or someone in the subtweets. Yeah, I know where that is. I'm coming to rob your house tonight.
Yeah. Like, nice lawn, bitch.
Yeah. Or like someone in the comments goes, why would you put your house number and tell us what town you're in?
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't it be really easy to find you now?
Yeah. But on Facebook, they're just like, oh my God, look, I did a thing. That's annoying. When people like, they're like, I don't know, they post like a new car or like a new house and they're like, I did a thing. Yeah. Fuck off. You do a thing every day. Every time you do anything, you do a thing. Who do you think you are, Jimo?
It makes me fucking sick, too.
I gotta go do a thing. I gotta go do a thing with the stuff. I gotta go meet a guy.
Hey, can you pass me the dude guy?
Yeah. You know what? You know what's the best part about all that though? Is that all of us, because we're all so retarded and we've been together for so long,
Know exactly.
we know exactly what we're talking about. Because I've run into it a couple of times with Amy where like my words don't come quick enough. And I'm like, I don't know, I need the thing. Like, pass me the guy. And she's just like, what? I don't know. The guy, like, I can't think of the word, like the thing. Like, I just need the thing. She's like, I don't know what the fuck you're trying to say. And I'm like, I'm retarded. I don't have words. But like sometimes when I say give me the thing, people know exactly what I'm talking about. And by people, I mean my 7 friends. Because we're all the same level of retarded.
Yeah.
Like, I think we went, I vaguely remember like one conversation was so fucking stupid. I think Bill, of all people, was the one to point it out. And I think Bill was like, if anyone listened to us right now, like they would be like, are you guys speaking a different language? Like, I don't know if it was a guys' weekend or if it was like a random night. Somehow we were all together. But I think we were talking about like not pretty much straight nonsense. Like we were like, oh, I need the guy. Oh yeah, pass me the dude guy. Like we were just talking like that, like saying stupid shit. But we all like we understood exactly what each other was saying.
Yeah, it takes some talent to be this dumb.
It takes effort, you know. Doesn't just come naturally, you know.
Well, it's like the guy who tried to roast me on Twitter the other day because Fauci said if you're fully vaccinated, you could probably have Thanksgiving, whatever. And I was like, oh man, hey, thanks for the permission.
Yeah.
And someone's like, I don't know why everyone's in here thinking he's giving you permission. It never happened, whatever. And must be hard to be that dumb. I'm like, yeah, man, it's a full-time job. You're gonna insult me by calling me dumb. Oh my God, you better bring something fucking a lot better than that.
Also, imagine trying to go toe to toe with someone or something on Twitter that's called Sarcasm Speaks. Like, what? How dumb are you?
Yeah.
It's like the 3-year Letterman stuff. It's awesome. And I mean, his is a little bit more like, I don't know, like because he's got like a real avatar. It's a name. It just says 3-year Letterman. Like if you don't know it, whatever, but it's literally in our fucking Twitter handle. It says sarcasm_speaks. And then you're going to be like, oh, well, you know, I mean, he really wasn't. Hey, I want you to go back and read my Twitter handle.
How stupid can you be?
Yeah.
Or it must be a lot of work to be that stupid. Actually, it's really not, dude. It just kind of comes naturally.
Yeah. It's a gift. Some say it's a curse. I say it's a gift.
But, dude, I don't know. I mean, I'm a huge idiot.
Yeah.
I tell myself that every day.
I'm the biggest idiot I know. Well, I think it's about that time. Start wrapping this up.
So, speaking of idiots, which we are.
Yes.
I have evidence that I currently have taken a modern day Buddha under my wing.
Nice.
So we have a 6th grader at the gym. And I've only worked with her like twice. It's weird, just hasn't timed out. So like she was there all summer and I just didn't work with her. But quote from her today, she's in the 6th grade. I think she's 13 years old. She's, oh yeah, but the worst part about 6th grade is that you have to laugh and joke on the outside, even though you are crying on the inside. Now, she gets it, obviously.
Yes. She's wise way beyond her years.
Way beyond her years. But where she isn't wise beyond her years is she doesn't understand that that's just life.
Yeah. She thinks it's just 6th grade.
Yeah, she thinks 6th grade is bad.
Yeah.
Wait until you realize that statement becomes more and more true every year that goes by.
Yep.
Like, I was dying laughing when she said it. Like, dying. Because how alarmingly accurate it is, but not just for the 6th grade. In all aspects of life.
Yeah. Yeah, it is very true.
I just can't believe she's smart enough to fucking pick up on it.
Yeah, seriously. 6th grade. What are you, like 12, 11, 12?
She's like 12 to 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's 13. She said 6th grade. So she's probably like a year ahead or has a weird birthday.
Yeah.
Because she said 5 years till she can get a tattoo. I'm like, okay, yeah, good.
Unless she's 11 and 16. Isn't it 16 in Massachusetts?
With like parent signature and shit.
Yeah.
No, I think she's 13.
Yeah.
I don't think she's 11.
Yeah. There's a big difference there. That's like one of those weird age gaps for kids. Like, there's a big difference between an 11-year-old and a 13-year-old.
Yep. There's a couple like that.
Yeah. So good for her. She's got a long, disappointing life ahead of her.
You know what, though? I think she's prepared for it.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Sounds like she's just taking it like stride for stride.
Yeah. All right. Well, my final thought is going to be there's a lot of shortages going on. Your headphones are off. Sorry. There's a lot of shortages going on in the world. For example, I still don't have my car. Supposed to get a Toyota Tacoma. Said yes, going on 7 weeks ago. Still don't have it. So there's a lot of random things in the world. Talking to my general contractor who's doing construction on the house. Turns out fascia board also shortage. Can't get it. He said he's got a project. He's got to do some external work outside on the house. Can't do it right now. Can't get fascia board. A lot of shortages going on right now. The worst one of them all. Talk about bad timing, man. There's a pumpkin shortage.
A pumpkin shortage?
Yeah.
That's not a fucking problem at all.
We're going into Halloween. We're 2 weeks away, right? Halloween's coming up. We're not going to have enough pumpkins. We're going to have to pray to, what was the Charlie Brown thing? The Great Pumpkin. We got to pray to the Great Pumpkin to bring us some more pumpkins.
There's plenty of fucking pumpkins.
I don't know, dude. Not according to the world.
Fuck the world. Wherever the fuck you are, there are pumpkins.
See, this is from yahoonews.com.
Oh, wow. A national company? Imagine that.
There's a pumpkin shortage in the U.S. Under the secondary line, but some areas won't have a problem. Woo! Woo-wee. Thank God. Thank God it's not going to affect the entire country. How would we be able to celebrate Halloween without pumpkins? Am I right?
Oh, easy. The same way I always do is work. But what day of the week is that this year?
It's Sunday.
Oh, that's why. So I don't have to work. So what I will be doing is I will be watching football.
Yes.
And not giving out candy.
So the article starts out, although buying and carving pumpkins are a beloved Halloween tradition, supplies may not be so plentiful in some areas of the United States this year. Pumpkin crops have taken a hit in areas across the nation, which has led to less selection and higher price tags. They're pricing us out of Halloween, man. They're fucking us. Can't afford pumpkins anymore. Overall, it's not good, said Linda Marble, owner of Mr. Bones Pumpkin Patch in California. She noted that drought conditions took a big hit on what is normally a very predictable crop yield. This is the hardest I've seen for Californian growing pumpkins in years. This is tough.
What's California going to do without all their pumpkins?
I don't know.
They just have to go to gourds.
Yeah, they're going to have to use squash. Carve squash. Good luck.
Squash a lantern.
Yeah. Yeah, here we are. This is the world now in 2021. Remember we said back in at the beginning of this, there's going to be some very weird like trickle down effects from like the pandemic and like shutting down everything for so long. The one I was mostly beating the drum on was the super virus, the super bug. Sorry, not a virus. It would be a super bacteria. From everyone over sanitizing surfaces, which I'm still holding out hope for. 2022 could bring us the year of the super bug. You know, everyone's fucking crazy about hand sanitizer and all that. I was convinced that we were going to have some crazy fucking MRSA outbreak. Unfortunately, we didn't. Or we did, and it just affected the pumpkins. But yeah, this is it. This is what we're seeing. These are like the random trickle down things you get from shutting down for 3 months, you know, from that time. What was it? From like April or March, right? March until like May.
18 months.
Well, no, when we were like legitimately shut down, like when the gym was closed, like the only thing that was open was liquor stores, gas stations, and grocery stores.
April, May, June.
Yeah. So
April, May.
So this is what you get. You get no chips, so no cars, no fascia board, and no pumpkins.
Golf clubs are hard to get.
Yeah, no golf clubs. You can't get anything.
Golf ball shortage I heard of.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a thing. There's a golf ball shortage. There's a shortage of everything now. So here we are. For everyone that was like, oh no, I can't believe we're reopening things. Cool. Well, this is what we have.
Now you don't get a pumpkin this year.
Yeah, now you don't get a fucking pumpkin.
But thank God we stayed home.
Yeah. Did we flatten the curve? Did we do it okay?
Pay people to stay home.
Are we winning? Well, thank you for watching. If you're on YouTube, make sure you click subscribe, give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment, subscribe if you're listening. If you use Apple Podcasts, go over to the iTunes store, give us 5 stars, leave us a review. All of that helps the ratings. It helps the visibility, and organic views is the word I've been looking for months now that I haven't been able to say. The organic views, like the new people that have just trying to find the show. The only way they're going to find it is if you guys like, subscribe, and rate and review and all that stuff. So help us out. Go over there, do that. And also, thank you to mybookie.com. I just froze on that one. Use a promo code SarcasmPod at mybookie.com to double your first deposit up to $1,000. So mybookie.com, promo code SarcasmPod. Also, grillyourassoff.com. Same promo code, SarcasmPod at grillyourassoff.com. Gets you 15% off your entire order. So head on over to grillyourassoff.com, promo code SarcasmPod for 15% off of everything. And it's a multi-use code. You can use it as many times as you want. Every time you order, 15% off over there. You can find us on Instagram at SarcasmSpeaksPod. We're on Twitter at Sarcasm_speaks. If you're going to chirp us on Twitter, make sure you recognize what you're doing. Read the tweet, read the Twitter handle, and then be prepared for a sarcastic response, because it's what we do best. You can also get us on Facebook. Hopefully you're not too active over there if you're a white woman in particular. But if you are, you can find us on Facebook. You can chirp us over there. We won't respond. So good luck. But we're on there at just Sarcasm Speaks. So until next time. Good.